Ladies and gentlemen, Dylan here with After the Credits. Right next to me, I have this cool motherfucker, Robb from the band Whitmore. And the setting that we're at right now is a little bit different. We're not in my dungeon. We're in Robb's dungeon.
We're in the Whitmore dungeon.
And goddamn, this is a cool place to be. This is really awesome. And we also have a very special friend, Tyler.
Shit, I thought that was Santa.
What's up, guys? No, it's dark beard. Come on now,
young Santa.
I see a little gray in there.
Yeah, I have a 3-year-old, so there's probably a lot of gray.
So obviously Tyler and me after the credits. And the reason we have Robb here is because he wouldn't shut the fuck up about doing the movie
Martyrs.
No, wait. Did you ask us to do that? Was that something that you asked us to do? I don't remember hearing you ask about it every fucking time that I saw you for
ever
right,
at all.
Yeah.
Right. And so this is going to be the biggest collaboration that we've ever had because it's not just Whitmore, right? It's not just after the credits. We also have our very good friend Cassie from Heartland Darkland. Thanks so much for joining.
The unicorn herself.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Oh no.
Listen, this is what happens when you make me get on late at night. I'm an old lady.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, if we're gonna do Santa, I had to do Christmas unicorn.
There you go.
In the pre-chat, all I kept saying was like, you better hurry up, I'm falling asleep. And it wasn't just from you, Cassie, it was from everybody.
Yep.
That's a lie. I wasn't falling asleep. You were right next to me.
9 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go at 9. And you're like, well, I'm still driving. I'm like, well, I'll try to stay awake. We'll see how that works.
And here's the thing: get your rest now, folks, because the announcement that I wanted to make on your very blessed Christmas morning is we're doing an event. All of us. It's called Martyrs, and it's lights, camera, apparition. So Tyler and we're gonna do the lights camera part, and Heartland Darkland crew has the apparition part of it.
I got the
super pumped for it. I guess here's kind of I'll give you the elevator speech real quick, like Tyler whipping his balls back and forth.
Wish I had that problem.
The elevator speech is Robb really wanted to do a review on the movie Martyrs, which is I don't even know how to describe it. We'll get into it. But Robb wanted to do a scary thriller movie called Martyrs. And I wanted to make it an event. And I thought, where is the scariest place that we could think to do it? And that's the Malvern Manor, which is famed Mills County, Iowa haunted manor that's been around for over 100 years at this point now.
Long time.
I've been there a couple of times. I know the co-owner of the place, Josh. He's super cool. He's got
shout out to Josh for letting us get this set up and everything too.
Yeah, absolutely. So we figured we'd do one of the scariest movies and one of the scariest places. But there's so much more than just doing that. So we thought we'd bring in Cassie to do her spin on things. So that gives me my first question is Cassie, tell me what's on your mind about this.
Well, first, I'm really excited. Shannon and I always talk about wanting to go to all these haunted places. Like we've talked about wanting to do like a haunted road trip. So being able to come here,
I seriously I have a whole thing planned out.
Do you? See,
Yes.
we've talked about it. Yeah, like I'm the one who typically tends to cover the haunted places. We did do a joint Velisca House episode where she covered the actual murder and then I covered the paranormal aspect of it and stuff. And so we're just really excited. We want to do a thing where we'll probably dive into like the history of it. We'll look up for our episode, but I'm really excited to get in there and like do some paranormal investigation. Like I want to have audio recorders, cameras, whatever I can to see if we can catch anything. Because actually, when I was doing the Velisca House paranormal stuff, one of the stuff I was watching, they briefly mentioned the Malvern Manor and they went there for a bit. And I would have loved to have seen a full episode on that and stuff, but that really got me interested in
Mhm.
doing a podcast episode just on that. And so when you said that you could get us in there, I was like, well, that's fantastic. This just seemed to be perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this.
Well,
that
and this is something that also has, sorry to interrupt you, Dylan. This is something that also has been kind of planned and not planned really, but we've been kind of getting the balls in motion since like Dylan and I met Cassie at Grand Comic Fest. So, this was something that we brought up. Initially it was to do Velisca, and then things got put off, it got kind of pushed back, and now I think it's like the perfect opportunity to bring in what you guys do and what we do, mesh it together and make a big massive ball of fucking awesome. I'm so excited to do this. It's gonna be great.
And it's exactly how like I would write a song. Probably nothing like Whitmore, but like I'll have a good intro, I'll have a good like verse riff, I'll have a good chorus, and those things are all separate until I go, I just need a good transition to bring everything together. And that's how it happened. I mean, I knew Josh, I knew Cassie, I knew Rob, and I was like,
emotional support demon.
That's me. For those that don't know, I am Rob's emotional support demon.
My emotional support dog is upstairs.
Right. But this, I mean, it fit. I mean, all the puzzle pieces lined up. So and I've stayed in the Malvern Manor a couple of times. I mean, I never recorded anything, but there's definitely some instances where I went, that's a little spooky. And the place is enormous. One of the things I did want to touch on is that, I mean, we're staying the night. The agenda, I mean, I think we have it starting at like 5 or 6. I'm working with some people to have like some sort of supper provided. I mean, if anything, for like a small price. And then, I mean, watching a movie.
Can we do a Donner dinner party?
A Donner dinner party? Only if we listen to your guys' song as we do it.
You mean the Indifferent Stars Above? Donner party of 2.
That's the shameless Whitmore plug of the minute.
Look, man, I'm relentless.
Yeah.
Also, Sam Elliott is hotter than Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse. So fight me.
There it is. All right, there's your 2 per minute. But then after dinner, then there's the movie, and this is happening February 2nd, and I think that it's going to be the perfect like Valentine's Day-esque date for people like all 4 of us,
for the freaks like us. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Look, if I had a girlfriend or something, I would totally bring them to that.
Right.
Just, I mean, not for the fact that I'd be sleeping in the same area as them, but also because I got standards. You gotta like the creepy shit.
So and that's what it is. So I mean, maybe we'll have some food, we'll watch a movie, and then we'll get to check the place out. We'll get to break up into groups and do some of our own investigations. It'll also be, all of it will be recorded for all of our podcasts. And then
I mean, there's so many different aspects with this that so there's a lot of different aspects for this that are included, like a ton. Like, you've got, not only are we watching this crazy ass movie together, but we're also, you're going to be joining us to watch Dylan watch it for the first time. And with how I know Dylan, this is, you're going to get some a good reaction out of Dylan, if not just having him sick to his stomach. And then you've got the paranormal side of things with Heartland Darkland doing the investigation stuff, and then also having the entire audience a part of our thing and a part of your like there's so many different aspects to this that make a massive fun event for sure.
So
one of the things, real quick,
no,
because
absolutely not. I've already been interrupted once. I will not stand for it a second time. I'm working really hard on having a really good thought out agenda for the beginning of the night. But like, once it turns midnight, I think the best plan is no plan. And at that point, I mean, we've got the manor booked. So feel free to spend the night. Bring a sleeping bag and some pillows. Might be a little bit chilly, but we'll also have a projector, and we can watch some movies. What movies? Don't know. Don't care. Like, we can figure it out.
Watch the remake afterwards.
Yeah, maybe. And then like, if you want to go down to the Shadow Man hallway and like be like me and really just I don't know why I really want to get rushed by the Shadow Man. It's always been my thing.
I'm good
like,
on that.
I hear all of these horror stories, like all of these stories about the shadow man rushing you, and I've never got it to happen. But yeah, so
I
mean,
want to be attacked by a shadow. I'll probably take precautions there, but you have fun with that. Record it for me.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like something I want to happen to me.
But yeah, so
sounds like a good date to me. I mean, whatever.
Here's my question for you, Rob, and then I have a question for Tyler. And also, if you don't see it down below, hldlpodcast.com is heartlanddarkland.com. So head over there for all of your fixes. And then also, you can check them out on Facebook too, facebook.com/Heartland Darkland podcast. But Rob, my question for you is, other than, and this is going to be hard for you, other than the Martyrs watching, what are you most excited for?
All of it. Actually, I'm really excited for the paranormal investigation. So I go to the Stanley Hotel every year to go see Murder by Death play their gala. And the first year that I was there, actually, we did the ghost tour, and we were up on the grand balcony, and we snapped some photos and caught an apparition of a little boy who ended up walking across the landing, sitting down, and then kicking his little feet, and then poof, disappears.
Fuck yeah.
When I saw the photos, like, honestly, like, you're looking at it, you're right there, and you're like, nothing. And then you look back at your camera, as we had, like, you know, the Canon T3Is, and we're just doing like quick shutters. And you see this thing come from a wisp to a child's form to sit down.
No thanks.
Was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So there's that. And then, like,
I mean, the fact that you get to hang out with us overnight is a fucking choice.
That's a pretty big plus. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited to hang out with everybody. And so the paranormal investigation is a solid third for me. Of course, the movie being at Malvern Manor is number one. Number two is seeing Dylan's reaction,
dude, for real,
this movie for the very first time,
for real,
so that I could be like, look, man, I've been watching this movie like at least weekly since 2004. Man.
So I had a chance to chat with Cassie before we all met up here, and I think the movie that I used, what was it called, Cassie?
The Serbian film, and I'm gonna bypass on the Martyrs.
Is it along the same lines of a Serbian film?
I would say it's better. It's not that bad.
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
It's not as bad as
Serbian film is the worst thing that I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
Is it the same flavor?
So
no, it's not that bad. It's
okay.
It's along the lines of a very brutal, dark film, but not as sadistic as that. That is something that I won't watch it again. I won't watch the Serbian film again. I didn't
watch it. I just read the Wikipedia play-by-play, and that made me sick. And I was like, I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
So Martyrs, I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna give kind of like the synopsis of it in the sense of what to expect. So starts off with a good amount of gore, ends
starts off like right away, starts off with craziness.
Like within the first 10 minutes, it starts off.
I think you're giving me too much right now.
Well, I'm
right. Yeah, you don't want to give.
So here's
and that's the thing. I want it blind. Completely blind. I want him to know nothing about it going in and just getting hit in the face with
bitch.
Yeah. Take my headphones off. My question for you, Tyler, is say we've got from midnight to what is it, 10 o'clock in the morning. We've got time. You get to pick 3 movies. What 3 movies are you watching at? And you got to note, you have my attention for at least 8 hours. Okay.
I think Cassie knows what I'm going to say.
and you've got my attention for 8 hours. But you also have to note that we're in the Malvern Manor, so there's a setting there as well. So
if it takes place in New Zealand, it's not going up.
Listen,
so
there's nothing wrong with those. There's a setting for that constantly.
100%. When else will I get you for 12 hours that I can show you the greatest cinematic masterpiece that has ever been created? When else would I get you for that?
Right?
Martyrs?
Oh, I mean, if it's 12 hours, that is the 4.5 hours of 3 films that we could.
You just got to watch it 8 times.
So Cassie, do you concur? Do you think that this would be the time to watch The Lord of the Rings?
It's always the time to watch The Lord of the Rings. There's never a wrong time to watch The Lord of the Rings.
Okay, and I can see.
I mean, we could do that,
but I know that Tyler's messing with his wedding ring that is like inscribed with something from the Lord of the Ring, like that is the Ring of the Rings or some shit like that.
The Ring of the Rings. Jesus Christ, Dylan. Yeah, the one.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it. So
there is the option as well to do something themed along the lines of like the setting that we're going to be in. I get that. But if you're asking me honestly, like that's what I would want to watch The Lord of the Rings with you, because then I can have you there sitting and you're not going anywhere. I also don't think that we're going to be having everyone be able to sit and watch a slew of movies. I have a feeling that we're going to be up and around, looking at things, dicking around, talking, maybe creating some more content. So it might be good to have something on in the background that can be a palate cleanser from whatever else we're doing. Which again, I'll never be opposed to putting Lord of the Rings on in the background and doing whatever I'm doing. But
watch a scary movie before bed, but then like I can watch Family Guy or something to make me not scared. But folks that are listening, they've made it this far. So you want to know where you go to get tickets. You go right down in this area, eventbrite.com. That's where you're going to get tickets. And this is something so new that Tyler doesn't know about this. Latasha, who's sitting on the floor over here, doesn't know about this. Cassie doesn't know about this. Rob only knows about it because he probably saw me do it. But you go to eventbrite.com. And promo code Martyrs10, you get a 10% discount. So, where does that savings come from? You may ask, Rob and Cassie and Tyler. Where does the savings come from? It comes from my wallet,
and mine,
because this thing is so cool. I want to do it so bad. Like I'm gonna do it regardless, even if it's just us to show up.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna do it. But I want to share the fun. I want to share the funsies with everybody. So I'm gonna go. Rob talks I don't know. It's a tie. Who talks the most, Rob or Tyler?
Rob.
So here's
one, like 1,000% Rob.
It's only because you're a drummer and you don't get a microphone to,
as it should be.
Look, just because I told you on Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah.
Just because you did what? Was it?
If you want to, go over to facebook.com/afterthecredits.tv for the callback of Freddy vs. Jason. But no, seriously, Cassie, you got anything to say? What do you want to say to the people?
I mean, I just think overall it's going to be a fun time. So for those of you who maybe like me are maybe not into the uber gore movie, come join me for checking out the paranormal stuff, and we can talk about all the spooky shit. I want to hear people's spooky shit too. Like, have you had experiences? I want to hear all about it. Like,
that would be really fun. Like a little 10-minute segment, like here and there. Like, what's your ghost story? Because
it'd be cool to have, instead of like maybe movies, have a cool little round table of, just us going, like people who want to join in, go around telling about different things that have happened, I think would be fucking awesome.
I think that'd be solid after the movie. Let's
let's
add it to the agenda.
Let's add it to the agenda.
Because I love that. I always love. My husband and I went on a cruise recently, and
that was the Lamb of God one, wasn't it?
It was phenomenal.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I'm thinking ghost ship now.
It was so cool because people would just like talking, just talking to people. And this lady showed me this creepy apparition picture she took. Like she's from Texas. It was the most random shit. Like I don't care who you are. I want to hear your creepy shit. Like even if you don't think I'll believe you, I want to see it. I want to hear it.
Yeah, that's super awesome. Are you, Cassie? Do you play skeptic at all? Ever?
I do. So like I'm, and like I've said it before, like on our podcast and stuff. Like I'm a believer, but like also I know people fake shit. And so that's where, like, even when I talk about my own experiences, like, I don't expect people to believe me necessarily, like, right off the bat, like, especially if you don't know me. And even with my own shit, when I have my own experiences, I try to find a rational explanation first. I've just had too much shit happen to not believe.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Cassie, have you ever met Josh, the owner of the Malvern Manor?
No, but I'm hoping he'll be there so I can.
Yeah. I'll make sure to connect you guys. You two would get along like two peas in a pod, like
two peas in a podcast,
like spaghetti and meatball, or what is it in Big Daddy? Like lamb and something else.
Lamb and tuna fish.
Like lamb and tuna fish. You guys go together like lamb and tuna fish.
Well, and what Cassie was saying about kind of being a little bit of that skeptic, this is the perfect scenario for something. I mean, there's no better way to kind of get that skepticism out of your mind than experiencing something like firsthand in person. Like I was kind of that way before I went to Villisca, and then I'll save the story for when we're all together and we can record it. But like I was kind of skeptic when I went to Villisca, and some shit happened that when I was there to me, my brother, my wife. And we caught some stuff on camera too. So I'll remind me to show you guys that when we do get together. But like, there's nothing better than an in-person thing like what we're gonna do to kind of flip somebody who's maybe on the fence or is thinking like, nah, this is kind of bullshit.
Well, that's another reason that that I reached out to Josh with the Malvern Manor first, because the Villisca doesn't have the space for
the options for technology.
Right. So with that, I mean, that's why I reached out to Josh. And the other reason is because I knew, like, I don't know if you've been to Villisca or not, but I knew Cassie had been there. And I feel like I remember Tyler talking about it. You guys have never been to Malvern before. I was the only one that's ever been there, and I fucking love the place. It's super cool. I mean, there's different parts of it that were built in different eras of time. So like you can go from one room, take a hallway, go to a different room, and you're like transported through time. It's nuts. Tyler, dude, my guy.
Yes, sir.
What else do you want to say? Yeah, you're my guy.
I mean, well, hold on a second.
Oh, you're not going to show us your butt, are you?
I mean, do you not want to see it? Rob, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God. Well, Tyler's forfeited his time. Rob.
No, the time's not forfeited. I have something to show. I'm literally walking back now. Uno momento.
Mm-hmm.
And Dylan, you're going to want me to show these off anyway.
Yeah, I know what it is.
So I got this as a Christmas gift. I wanted to kind of show them off. Oh no, that glare.
Oh man.
My awesome producer Dylan decided to go out and get me and him our podcast Funko Pops, and we both have one. They're pretty great. I'm loving them quite a bit, but I had to show that off. I know it has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but along lines of what we are talking about. If you have any questions or if you have any ideas, if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, it'd be cool if we could do blah, 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 or it'd be cool if, we could see whatever, or if you have movie ideas for what you'd want to, watch in the downtime there, let us know. Hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Instagram, hit us up on, if you know me, I mean, text me, shoot me a text, like whatever. But yeah, I mean, check out Eventbrite, use that promo code, get your tickets cheaper because they're only going to go up. And I have a feeling that it's going to be a little bit more limited when we, by the time we get closer to the actual show. I'm super excited to hang out with Rob and Cassie and everyone with all the shows and stuff we have involved. It's going to be going to be an absolute blast. And I want to thank Dylan as well for kind of being the maestro for all this, putting it together.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's been fantastic.
No,
yeah,
thank
the
you guys
wizardry
for
that you were able
coming
to
along and playing with me.
yeah, dude. And that's I mean, that's the main thing is like I get to go hang out and play with my friends and do some fun shit. So like
I literally came to Rob's house, knocked on the door, his mom answered, and I said, "Can Rob's come out and play?"
My mom was very happy about that because she never even heard that as when I was a child. Everyone was like, "That's Rob's house. Let's skip it."
Yeah,
last second remarks there, Rob.
Yeah, actually, I'm really excited and really thankful for this. I mean, Thanksgiving already passed, and fuck that holiday. But Dylan, this is amazing. Thank you so much for putting up with my bullshit. I'm gonna probably find another movie to annoy the shit out of after the credits with.
I mean, if it means we got to do this, like, and it's this much fun, then okay, I'll take it.
Bet.
Rob, you push this one so hard. I think Dylan gets to pick the next one.
Look, that is fine as long as it's Moulin Rouge.
Hey, you're not going to hear me complain about it. That's
and
totally
we
fine.
do it in a cabaret, and you can record me singing. This is the only time I will allow anyone record me singing.
Well, you guys kind of set it up for an easy segue. I want to say two more things. The first one is the promo code Martyrs10 down below, because it is coming out of my own wallet. I can only leave it for 2023. So New Year's Day, 2024, you can't use it anymore. So if you want it, go.
So we got 5 days. You'll have 5 days to. Is that right?
Yeah, you'll have some time. And I figured
the
reason I'm doing it is because I figured the folks that are listening are the loyal fan base of After the Credits and also Heartland Darkland.
Right.
And
Whitmore. And Whitmore. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
I'm hoping like all of the people that come and support us will come and support our boys.
If the entire fucking band doesn't show up, I'm gonna be
talking here.
I can't wait until you guys are in person.
It's so great. Well, now I forgot what I was talking about.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if the entire fucking band of Whitmore doesn't show up, I'm gonna be so bummed out. They all need to be there.
Look, I know Josh isn't gonna show up because he's already heard about the movie and
no bueno. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to watch the movie. That's okay. But the last thing I wanted to say is to Rob and to Tyler and to Cassie, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come share this awesome news. I'm super fucking pumped.
You mean night? You're cutting into my sleep time.
At this point, yeah. I mean, Jesus. Like the only thing that's going to be open for me on the way home is like McDonald's or something. And I already did that last night because I was out until 2 o'clock in the morning last night, Tyler, just walking around a foggy Carter Lake. But yeah,
I'm too old. I don't do that shit anymore.
Oh, trust me, I'm feeling it today. That is the first time in a very long time I was up that late. Yeah. And it was because whiskey was involved. It was really the only reason.
I take that back. A couple weeks ago, I was up that late, but I was reading a book. So.
Were you not up late when you were on the cruise?
Not that late, no.
Really?
I am old.
Me too. Fair enough. But what was it? Last weekend, I got to spend time with my good friends Val and Rick and went over to their place. And somehow I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning and spent the entire day doing whatever the hell I was doing because I don't remember it. Every day blends together. But we went to an ugly sweater party. So in short, I wore a sweater and I showed up ugly. And then afterwards, we went out, had a cocktail, played some pool, and then we went over to their place. And next thing I know, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I literally stayed up for 26 hours straight.
Yeah.
I slept for the next 2 days, but I stayed up for 26 hours straight, and I'm pushing 40 here. So
he's an old man, folks.
I'm an old man.
All right.
Anyways,
and with that,
I'm gonna go get my Werther's originals.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. And go to Eventbrite, get tickets. It's gonna be so much fucking fun.
Check out Heartland Darkland as well. Make sure to check them out. Listen to their episodes. They're a lot of fun.
Very fucking sick of listening to us like whore this event out. Like,
I'm typing this out like crazy.
Like, hi, my name's Dylan. Have you heard about the event that I'm hosting on February 2nd in Malvern, Iowa?
Hey, my name's Rob. I'm the drummer from Whitmore, and I am also hosting with After the Credits this
and Heartland Darkland
and Heartland Darkland, this amazing event in which we are watching the horror drama Martyrs.
Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for listening. Go check out socials and all that other fun shit. Buy tickets. Thank you, and I love you. Goodbye.
Enjoy your holiday.